Previously, instead of actually solving a problem, we unlocked a timeline where the problem never happened and then pretended that we solved the problem.
So yeah, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIII-2, everybody. Joining us today is Fairy Fortune.
Hi!
She's going to be offsetting our total lack of enthusiasm. Or at least trying to.
If I can be enthusiastic about the water temple, I can be enthusiastic about anything, okay? I've got this.
But can you be enthusiastic about hope?
That's a very important question.
Question mark?
Because hope features quite prominently in this video.
We were discussing this before recording. I am actually a hope apologist, and I'm an everything apologist. So this is going to be interesting.
So yeah, they act as though they've solved the paradox. Like, yeah, we did it! The eclipse is gone, the sun is back! But really they're just in a timeline where it never happened. No, you moron, the eclipse doesn't happen because it never happened, because you just found the key to a timeline where it never happened!
How can the futures change that's not how time works!
So you're gonna ask that, right? Yes.
But I don't get it. I can see how the past can affect the future.
Thank you, Sarah, thank you!
Finally someone's talking sense.
I like that his answer is just,
Whatever.
Let's ask Hope. Hope might know.
Oh yeah, Hope knows everything.
Yeah, but you know, as I kind of briefly alluded to in the last video, if you can have a future affecting the past kind of timeline, but only if you're as careful with your writing as Virtue's Last Reward.
What was it looking for?
Like, that is a game with a meticulously constructed plot, and this is, you know, canonical fanfiction. So, yeah.
Yeah, like before we started recording, guys, I was trying to make sense of this plot, and I think my head may have exploded. Why is the Moogle blue?
He's a crystal Moogle.
Yeah, we do that sometimes in this LP.
I just randomly change everybody's costumes.
Come through the gate too?
I do like Sarah's outfit.
Yeah, we got the black and white mage.
Also, Yule is here.
So, you don't know me either.
But it's a different Yule.
That's right. This is not the Yule that we saw in Erebor, and it is also not Noel's Yule.
You'll never understand.
Oh no.
You see what it did there?
I did. That was worse than my Vanille pun.
I came here to confirm something.
The world must never know. Also, what?
You and I are the same. What do you mean? You too.
Notice the extremely creepy cover of the Historia Crux theme playing here.
I don't get it.
It does kind of sound like something that wouldn't be out of place in Silent Hill.
Right, well that was illuminating.
Was it?
Yeah,
Yeah, we learned so much there.
I don't understand why people in time travel plots are so cryptic. Why don't you just tell people things straight up? It makes things so much easier, guys.
So unexpected. Threw me for a loop.
Well, time travel plots generally don't allow for a lot of things that you normally consider to be sensible. Also this is happening.
Sarah, no. Twins don't have the same name.
How could they be twins?
Maybe one of them is immortal and always stays.
Sarah, what? What?
Unlikely. I think
Yeah, that would have to be some kind of anime thing for that to happen.
And this is not an anime game at all.
Nope.
Not even slightly.
Solved the paradox.
Yeah, I'm actually a little surprised that at no point did anyone in the Final Fantasy XIII series try to pass off the 12-year-old who's actually 1,000 years old bullshit that anime always ends up doing eventually.
Oh,
Has forgotten us.
I hate that so much.
And it's one of the stupid anime things that 13 manages to completely avoid.
I was afraid of what
Alright, so as the game very briefly pointed out there, because we are in a totally different timeline where the eclipse never happened and everything, we have not actually met Hope yet here.
What?
Oh, so now they are acknowledging that they haven't fixed it. Whereas before they were like, yeah, we fixed it.
Yeah, no, this is in fact a totally different timeline to the point where we have never even met Hope yet.
It's almost as though the writing in this game is wildly inconsistent.
Guys, I don't understand.
The Academy is putting so much effort into resolving.
Well, get in line.
You just walked away from that guy who's talking to you. That's really rude.
Don't worry, he'll repeat himself.
I wonder if something happened to the gate.
I'm with the Academy. I've been here for a while, researching the gates for the most part. There haven't been any reports of major paradox effects.
Okay, that's nice.
However, the director ordered me to come here and investigate the area.
So,
I feel like
in the other timeline, the Academy were all here investigating the paradox.
Yeah, so the paradox was quote-unquote solved, so there is really no reason for Hope or any of them to be here.
But for them to not be here would require, well, A, some writing changes, and B, they'd have to actually change stuff other than, lighting effects between areas in the game.
You can do it, Artix. In the past, I believe in you. Oh.
Nah, you can't get that one from here. That's one of our side quest items from the Eclipse area, by the way.
Did you know that dogs make much better pets than cats?
Well, that's debatable. I mean, really, that's actually debatable.
Investigating the ruins.
But really, it just depends on whether you're a dog person or a cat person.
Know what I'm looking
Or a both person. There are both people.
I hope he's being
That is true.
For real, why is everyone here talking so much about pets?
Why is everybody obsessed with dogs here?
Are you waiting for?
I don't
Are they making a comment about Sarah?
I think they'll be here soon.
Who are you waiting for? I don't know, but they'll be here soon. Oh, that's awfully coincidental, Hope.
I guess that's the level of deep, meaningful dialogue that we're going to be subjected to in this part of the game. Well, let's get it over with, I guess.
I wouldn't even mind talking to Hope, but Alyssa's here, and Alyssa is
The eclipse never
much
darkened the
less
sky in the
tolerable
first
than Hope
place.
is.
No one remembered that Nolan.
Real talk about Hope in this game, though.
But
Like,
even so,
even though
there.
I complain a lot about Hope, that's really just because he's Hope from Final Fantasy XIII. But in a vacuum, Hope in this game is actually alright, really. Which probably has something to do with the fact that he's 10 years older and has consequently chilled the fuck out, re all of his hang-ups about Snow.
And, isn't 14
I
anymore.
have something I want to show you.
Like, I remember being 14. I was a little turd as well.
For real.
It's also notable because 13-2's Hope is actually one of the few times they got it right as far as taking a character from 13 and then giving them a logical plot arc.
Yeah, he actually, matures and grows as a person.
You are unable to identify the location.
Which sure as hell is not a thing we can say about anyone else from 13 who also appears in this game.
No, and that makes me so sad.
You think, Sarah, the main character,
In my memory, lightning
But-
disappeared after the battle with Orphan. But she's living.
oh hey, they're actually directly addressing things that happen at the end of the game.
Dream, is it?
She's out there,
I mean, not like there's really any point.
and you will find her, Sarah. After all, you traveled through
I mean,
time.
the fact that Orphan was the last fight didn't really matter very much in the end,
Research have
and it
finally
definitely doesn't matter for this game. So I don't know why they specifically dropped it there.
From ruins many centuries old. Yet it recorded an image of Cocoon. Supported
Hot
on
Pants
pillar
Lady,
of
what are you
crystal.
doing?
It was an
She's
impossibility,
being annoying
enigma.
and
Impossible,
quirky.
but a
Yeah,
reality
that's
nonetheless.
Alyssa for you.
This is when I learned what I must
She's
do.
quirky, you see.
I was trying to figure out what was going on with her top, like the weird pink thing, like on her chest. Is that just like there because she can't afford a good bra? I don't understand what's going on with her clothes.
Right.
Well, you may have noticed that the outfit design in Final Fantasy XIII series is kind of ludicrous.
A little bit.
Like, what's with that the one giant strap that Hope has over one of his shoulders?
Research was about.
It's for that weird Christmas present that he has. Or is that a gun holster?
No, Hope is not armed.
So why does he have like a pork chops shaped Christmas present on his belt?
Like, and he's got this semi-formal looking shirt with a tie, except it's really not actually that formal, and it looks like it's supposed to be like double-breasted or something, but
Also, his tie is like literally pinned to his shirt by that weird crest thing. It's not how you tie a tie.
yeah, but only the top bit of it is tied. The bottom bit of it is just free to flap everywhere and actually has physics on it. Like, for real. Also, this looks interesting.
Oh yeah, this is shiny, therefore I'm interested in it.
Well, more pertinently, it's that thing that we did at the end of the last game not being true anymore.
Alright, so Caius is, if not directly responsible, then at least he's aware of the fact that it's gonna fall, and he can show us that.
I don't mind what happens as long as Caius is there to talk at us while it's happening.
Then someday Cocoon will fall. No, you told me in your time Cocoon didn't exist like
I don't really think that Cocoon falling should really come as that much of a surprise, especially given the time frames that we're talking about here.
Yeah, like it's held together by like two dead girls being crystal. Like it's not gonna last forever.
I mean, erosion is a thing.
How many years? Is it soon?
Also, what the hell do you care?
Oh, that's a long time from now. I mean, none of us will even be alive to see it. But others will. Cocoon will fall into Grand Pulse. Imagine the catastrophe. Think how many lives will be destroyed.
So, when all the people moved from Cocoon to Pulse,
Doesn't have to happen.
did they all just
We can change the
decide to settle
We can
right
stop it from
underneath the
falling
crystal?
and make your world a better place.
I think they decided to settle all over, but like, I don't know where I learned this. I think that like maybe the base of the, you know, whatever it is that holding up Cocoon became like a kind of, like, almost a holy place maybe? I don't know.
Yes, there is a chance.
That's like half stuff I know and half theory crafting on my part.
Right.
Also, remember how we'd never met Hope in this timeline before?
Why hasn't he said hi?
Yeah, he sure seems to know an awful lot about who we are and what we're doing, and what we're capable of.
Yeah, Hope met Sarah once.
Yeah, and he didn't have like, oh hi, it's Sarah, the girl I haven't seen for like 10 years.
No, that did happen. That happened, like, Sarah narrates that, like, right before the whole thing starts.
Oh, did they just time skip it?
Yeah, like, Sarah's narrating, it's like, oh, you know, we had the whole introductory conversation with Hope again.
Oh yeah, we just weren't paying attention. Okay.
For the help.
Well, we can be forgiven for that.
Yeah, I'm glad to see we're giving this game the respect and attention it deserves.
Dreamed of changing the past.
So yeah, now we have a brand new harebrained scheme,
But now he's turning to face
which
the
is,
future.
we're not going to
Future even more
fix
frightening than
Cocoon
past.
falling, but Cocoon falling is obviously a paradox, so we're going to find
Do you believe in your own
where that
past?
paradox originates, and we're going to solve it, presumably the same way that we solved the other paradox, which is to say we're not actually going to solve it,
not
but
a
just jump to
paradox,
an
it's
alternate
physics.
timeline when it doesn't happen. Also, shut up with your sense.
The war was simply the straw that broke Cocoon's back.
Oh.
But yeah, you mean, yeah, yes, you're entirely right. This entire terminology is arbitrary and bullshit. But there you go, that's just what we're dealing with here.
How does Hope know about Valhalla? How do all of these people know about Valhalla? The only person who has been there is Noel.
Maybe Noel told them in the bit that they skipped over, but Sarah didn't mention that he told them during the bit they skipped over.
Yes, it is possible. Although the idea raises even more.
I don't know.
Or this game's full of plot holes.
Also, none of these options are dumb. There should always be a dumb option.
Do the prophecies recorded on the device show
Yeah, if I was playing this, I would deliberately choose the most ridiculous option possible.
The history of the
That's more or less what I've been doing.
yet to be written.
It's one of the few things that this game does well, is normally it always has a dumb dialogue option.
Indistinct.
That's like, hey, isn't this game dumb? Except it never really manages to carry it sincerely, because the game actually is as dumb as it's mocking itself for being.
It's like a paradox is running inside my head.
Stop talking
Also,
about
yeah.
paradoxes. The word's starting to lose all meaning.
Sometimes
Starting?
subject to change.
Yeah, Jesus, where have you been? We're 10 videos in,
Faye.
Faye.
This is evidence that history can be changed.
I love Sarah's hoodie. I want it.
You can probably buy it somewhere knowing Square Enix.
I own a lobster shirt. I will own that.
I started this journey hoping to find my sister.
But yeah, I
Now,
like we said, these are actually good costumes.
I want to save
Which is sure as hell more than you can say for their default costumes.
Oh yeah, Sarah just looks like a magical girl, doesn't she?
I love that they actually mention it during the opening cut, well, not the opening cutscene, but the first bit with Sarah, is that she's lying there in her original outfit, and then suddenly, for some reason, her clothes change, and she's like, whoa, my clothes changed. And then everyone else is like, whoa, your clothes have changed, and what the fuck was the point of it?
To show off the costume system?
There kind of isn't really a costume system, not officially. I mean, this is all just DLC. I mean, other than spending money, you can't have a costume system.
Yeah.
So, what the hell?
Also, something that I want to know, like, what system are they using to detect these relics? Do they all just, like, give off the exact same kind of signal that is easily detectable? And, like, why don't we have access to that technology?
It gives off the paradox radiation.
But we're the only ones that can detect that, because we have a floating Moogle.
But they can all like, oh, we haven't detected any paradoxes.
How would they even know that it's a paradox?
I don't sense anything strange.
Yeah.
Like, the only reason that we knew the eclipse was a paradox is because Noel was explicitly like, yo, this isn't supposed to happen for like 200 years.
I should stop asking questions about this game, is what I'm getting from this.
Yeah, this is really not a game that holds up very well to any level of questioning. Even the most cursory. It's just... It just does not hold together at all.
Bokuchos! Sorry, I love Chocobos so much. I think they're great.
I don't like the song so much as in this game as in 13.
Oh, you don't like weird, like, quasi-dubstep, quasi-smooth jazz Chocobo theme?
I don't know if that's the exact blend of genres that I'd use to describe this, but... not really.
It does have the unt in the background, so...
I guess. I mean, it's not unpleasant. It's just really not very interesting. Yeah, this one you actually can do.
Yeah, this one we actually do, because this girl has a side quest for us.
Beautiful thing you've ever seen. It's called the flower of Fenrir.
It looks exactly like
Once every couple hundred
other
years during the time of
plants in the area.
Unlike most
Yeah, it looks like every other flower here.
darkness to go through the process of bearing fruit. It's an amazing subject to research, but as
So-
you can see at this stage, it's still a flower.
So we have to go somewhere that is in complete darkness to find it.
Hmm.
So does this lady just ask every random passerby if they can somehow find this completely impossible thing that can't exist, on the off chance that one of them might be a time traveller?
I don't think it's possible.
Hey, you look like you can travel through time. Do this thing.
You know something I don't.
Except as she's saying now, she evidently doesn't know that. She's like, well, but it's completely impossible to find one of these things, but I'm going to ask you to do it anyway. And... ugh. Just... fuck the whole thing.
Also, just for the record, this is where that watch would be. We can't get it right now.
Of course we can't. There's more arbitrary flags that we have to set before we're allowed to progress further down that quest path.
And although a nice little touch is that it's the same treasure chests that are in the Behemoth version of this area, but since it's sunny out, we don't have to worry about them, so we can just go pick them up.
Like, are they actually? Well, I expect I already know the answer to this, but are they actually like A, linked and B, the same items, or are they just?
Yeah, like you can see, like there's one right above that gate there. That chest was already open before we even got here.
That's almost clever.
Almost.
Almost. I mean, given that this is the alternate timeline.
Yeah, anyway, we should talk about this gate real quick. This is a blue gate. These are optional gates that are not required for the main plot. These are what your wild artifacts are for.
As opposed to the tame ones?
Lol.
I'm sure somebody's made that joke.
Yeah, all the named ones go for specific plot gates, but the wild ones are just... yeah, use anyone on any gates. Except, a lot of wild artifacts are actually locked behind one of these gates, and it's possible not like permanently screw yourself out of being able to get to all of them, but to make it so that you can't get the rest of them until really late in the game if you activate the wrong combination of optional gates. It's really badly thought out.
Also, they just renamed our artifact for like 2 seconds just so that they can do that before we went in the gate.
No, we can't.
Like, why? What even was the point of that?
And we will. Then we can go back to homes that we've made safe.
I mean, why did they change the name of the artifact?
Thanks to Hope, I can see light.
How does it matter?
He told us that if we solve the
Like, someone, tell me.
we can save
I wish I could tell you, friend. I really do. You sound so torn up about it.
Hope is working toward the same goal.
But it just makes no sense. It's so completely arbitrary. Why would they do that? There must be a reason.
And I know I'll be able to bring you home.
Like, it's wrong. It makes no sense. I don't like that it makes no sense.
Final Fantasy XIII-2.
I know.
Well,
So this is a thing that's happening.
so you'll just kind of arbitrarily died.
Okay then.
And Caius has clearly seen this before.
I remember this anime.
So this is going to be one of those things that the game just keeps on dangling over our head and somehow blaming us for without explaining anything to do about why it's happening and what's going on, and also what.
Yeah, this isn't quite right.
Something's different.